real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This belief is gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategies that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it, or be fiction. Dialogue till we get to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree, hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow.
Okay, there it is. See, that's why I have to always check. My mic was muted the whole time. See, that's why I have to always check. Okay, I like that setting right there. I'm gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it right there. I'm waiting on my girl April to show up. She was in the back. She was backstage, but I don't know what happened. So I know everybody's like, "Where's BeeSparrow at?" I haven't been live in a long time, or neither have I been posting videos. I've had a rough month. Last month, had at least 4 of my classmates passed away. Had funerals, people to mourn, and then my sister-in-law passed away. And so, you know, it's been a rough month. Y'all know my husband had leg, his foot amputated, but we're all in good spirits over here because the devil don't live here anymore. We just gonna trust in the Lord like we always been doing, right? But I do want to know how the protest went. I see there was thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people that attended. So what was the result? What's the result? What did we accomplish from that protest? What was the point of it all? Because I still don't understand. I heard some people say that they would fight for their rights. I heard some people say they was fighting for Medicaid, for the elderly. Hey, April.
Hey, girl.
How you doing, sis?
Ooh, look at me with all of my gray hair.
Girl, ain't I
Hey, y'all, I ain't ashamed. I'm glad to still be. We ain't
I don't even know where about it.
I braided my hair, and you can see all of the gray. I'm so glad they make wigs, y'all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I was talking about the protest.
2 inches this year. Hold on. Okay.
How did the protest go in your area?
Girl, they had some people out here, but my people, we sitting this one out, y'all. Don't let Al Sharpton, don't let none of these gatekeepers for the Democratic Party get y'all in something that it just don't even pertain to us. Okay?
At all.
What y'all need to do, y'all need to go ask Jasmine Cracker Shit. All of these gatekeepers, I got a new mic, so you should be able to hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Y'all need to go ask them, well, what about our field order 150? What about our 40 acres and a mule?
They're not thinking about that.
In office, Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Pretty much.
He's doing exactly what he said he's going to do. So now that y'all can't profit, allegedly, from the Ukraine, the money they sent over there, the money from the migrants, because that crock of shit is ready to be under investigation.
Yep.
But now, back to this boycott. That's not our fight, y'all. Don't let these people fool you. We're not affected. All of these numbers they giving y'all, as Trump would say, fake news. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody doing nothing. Let these, ain't nobody. These
companies, and not only that,
they have not lost any money. Okay.
Not only that, April, their reasons for protesting is utterly ridiculous. The reasons for those people out there,
stupid. It's
ridiculous.
So, I hate to tell you beautiful people, nothing was ever meant for us to have. Okay. They had given us crumbs.
Yep. Always.
So why am I going to be out there protesting for other people that have benefited way better than I have? So all of this DEI affirmative action, everything that was passed, it helped them. Like they came up with DEI. So you know what those other people did? They put the businesses in their wives' names, okay? They just transferred the business into their wife's name. They're Caucasian. They put the businesses in their names. We can't do that. First of all, we don't even get the business. Then we can't play the system. switching in somebody's name. Oh, they changed this. Hey, DEI became white women, Caucasian, and I don't want anybody to think I'm a racist. I'm just saying it the way it is. Okay? So, because this is how people do. They like to take your words and twist it. I'm giving you facts. These are the facts. It's not nobody's fault the way America was built, but it's your fault if you keep on continuing to believe the BS that they want you to believe. So what these people would do is put the businesses in different people's name, Caucasian women's, and they still kept their generational wealth going. So if you think I'm ready to get out there and protest for something like this, and they need to leave stores like Target and Walmart alone, because Target,
oh my goodness, oh my
Target
goodness,
is a big distributor for Black-owned products. See, we hurting ourselves. We're the ones that's gonna be affected by this. They're not. It's all a smoke and screen. This is who they elected. Now look at this. This wasn't. This is just a picture.
That's right? Actually the wrong picture. I didn't mean to put that picture up.
Oh, I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Because everybody I know, they sitting out and people, they are so mad. They are so mad. And you know what? I should have came in so I can share the show. Let me try to get some people to come in here.
So yeah, I was
we're
confused.
Gonna have a great show anyway.
But I was very confused as to the purpose of this protest. I know some people said that they were fighting to keep women's rights or to keep their rights, and I'm wondering, what rights have you lost? You lost your rights. What did I miss something? Girl, because I haven't seen a change in any rights that I've had. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, what rights have we lost? What rights are we losing?
Anything. All they've given us was crumbs, but they've given them the whole pies. That's all we get is crumbs. And don't.
So then, what have they? They haven't lost anything. They have. What are they I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'm so confused.
There's nothing to be confused about. I had to sit down and think about it too. This is who they voted for, okay?
Right.
He's doing everything he said he was going to do. Now, they might have to come on some hard times, but so be it. We've been getting fired from jobs. We've been losing jobs all our life. Right. They're going to see what it feels like if it's really these people, because we don't know. This could be the Democratic Party. That's
who I'm thinking it is. I don't think
Democrat Party is starting all of this. This man ain't been in office. Like, give this man a chance. And you know what? I'm sick of everything, every tag made in China.
I don't think that these are Republican people that are out there protesting. I don't think that these are people that even may have regretted voting for Donald Trump. I think these are mostly Democratic people from the Democratic Party. I just can't see any. I don't know. And they are so hostile. Very hostile people. Girl, I saw a clip where a woman attacked another woman for voicing her opinion, slapped her phone out of her hand. That's being hostile, but ain't nobody talking about that.
No. Hey, mouthpiece, but check this out. They're sore losers. Trump is doing everything he said he was going to do. Honey, he's
As far
talking
as I can see,
bringing back prayer in the school.
as far as I can
Those
see,
that don't want to pray, okay, sit your kids down. But they need something. He's talking about bringing prayer back in the schools. He's trying to restore everything that was taken away. Now, I have to give him credit for at least saying there's only men and women. Get rid of these immigrants. Hold on.
so that's what I feel some kind of way about Donald Trump. I commend him for doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He started off getting rid of these migrants, people that are just taking up resources in the United States of these here Americas. And I ain't mad at him for that. In my opinion, it just seems like he's looking out for his people. And because Black people, we don't have anyone in our community that look after us like that. We don't. Shout out to you, Mouthpiece. Good morning to you. We don't have anyone that's standing up for our, for us in the Black community. I can't think of anybody. I really can't. But let me say, I just don't understand Al Sharpton's point. Now he's trying to boycott Pepsi. Al Sharpton is trying to boycott Pepsi.
Girl, I'm so sick of Al Sharpton. He needs to
I don't know why people still
y'all
listen to
can't
him.
see that Al Sharpton is a plant, if y'all can't see, he brought Michael Jackson on to talk about Tommy, the one, Tommy, what is it, Sotomayor, whatever it is,
Tommy
Molatia,
Sotomayor?
Tommy, the that was over Sony Records.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Masoda. Tommy Masoda?
Tommy Masoda. Now, he took Michael Jackson before them talked about the music industry and see what happened. We saw what happened. Everything Al Sharpton put his hands on, it turns bad. Stop following these gatekeepers. They have an agenda. That Democratic Party, let me tell you, they mad because their plan then fell apart. All of this butchering young kids, letting anything go, everybody benefiting from us, started with the Obama administration. And they kept it going. Joe Biden was not the president, allegedly. Okay? Obama was still running. All of them Democrats is what they is. And if y'all don't see what them people stood for, we were told years ago by a lady by the name of Lady Elijah, who we just thought was nuts and cuckoo at the time, when she said they're going to bring illegal immigrants over here to replace y'all for the Black vote because they see that we are realizing we waking up. Anytime you allow criminals, let me tell you something. Most of them people are criminals over there from Mexico and all of these countries. If they've been over here 30 years, some of them are unalivers, rapists, everything else. They came over here. All of them, the whole damn generation of them need to go back. They came over here, illegally had kids. They was born citizens. They done pimped the United States, took stuff from us. They had 5 people living in a house. You know why they were able to save so much money? Oh, because see, they were hired, the illegal immigrants, paying them under the table. They didn't have to pay any money, no tax money, no nothing. So therefore, that's why they've been able to build up their communities and paint their houses in lime green and pastel pinks and everything, which is their colors. I have nothing against those people. But let me tell you something. The people that voted for Trump, the #1 people, was the Latin American community, because they were sick. The ones that were actually here saw what these immigrants have been doing with the system. That's why they wanted Trump in there to get rid of these people. So I'm going to mute my mic, B. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I was just letting you go ahead and get it out, girl. Go on, get it out. Shout out to Mouthpiece. He said,
so if y'all can't understand this, and they're mad now, so they coming back, they doubling down, they got this, so they got a crock of shit, they got Cory Booker, I mean, they got all of these people getting up like they're doing something, they ain't doing a goddamn thing. Now I'm gonna mute my mic and be gone, because I gotta go walk the dog, B. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Keep going. I walked the lady dog. My neighbor's dog. Okay.
Okay, so she was talking about the migrants, and she brought up a point. I mean, well, she reminded me of a conversation that I had with someone that I know, and we was talking about Donald Trump. You know, people hate Donald Trump. I just don't know where the hatred comes from. They accuse him of all kinds of things without really looking it up, researching. So I had a conversation with this girl, and she said, Orange Man. And then, first of all, that's very disrespectful. You can dislike somebody, but you don't have to be disrespectful. Calling him the Orange Man. You can't even call him by his name. First of all, that right there kind of pissed me off. She said that Donald Trump was deporting American citizens. Now, y'all, anybody in their right mind will know that that's bonkers. That's crazy, right? So me, I kind of did what I think a lot of people do, spoke without doing my research. And I was like, no, he didn't. Donald Trump didn't deport. That's a lie. That's not true. But then after we had the conversation, I got home, I started doing my research. And not Donald Trump necessarily, but the Trump administration had deported a man. This is when I first researched it. And I learned that he was not an American citizen. In fact, they thought that he was a gang member from MS-13. What was you saying? It was ICE, right? But they say that, okay, so this article, I think it was written a couple of days ago, maybe. Let me make sure. Oh, actually, April 4th. Yeah, a couple of days ago. And happy birthday to my daughter, Cindy, right? My daughter, Cindy, my baby girl, turns 37 today. I wish I had my, but I don't. So happy birthday, Cindy. Okay, it says a Maryland man remains locked away in a foreign prison for terrorists despite a sworn declaration from an Immigration and Customs Enforcement Officer, I can't even get it out, official, that the deportation was made by mistake. Kilma Abriga Garcia, who has protected legal status and a U.S. citizen wife. Thank you, Mouthpiece. Does this make him a citizen? It says that Kilma Abrigo Garcia, who has protected legal status. What is protected legal status? I don't know what that is. But he has a U.S. citizen wife. He is currently being held at the Terrorism Confinement Center prison in El Salvador. And people are saying that this removal was an error. This is an acting ICE field office director that said this removal was an error. He said this was an oversight and the removal was carried out in good faith based on existence of a final order of removal and Abriga Garcia's purported membership in MS-13. Mouthpiece said he think that means that he's a legally protected citizen. So how does he become a legally protected citizen? What do you have to do to become a legally protected citizen? And marriage? Is it by marriage? Like, what makes it different from any other body that's trying to get into the country the correct way? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference? And I should have looked it up, but I'm just like everybody else. I don't like doing research, even though I do, but I don't like it. Okay, so this guy is saying that it was removal was in error. So the sworn testimony is part of a new lawsuit filed by Abriga Garcia's attorneys, who have asked that the government of El Salvador return him to the U.S. However, although the government administration has acknowledged the error, the courts don't have the jurisdiction to either order him returned from El Salvador or to order the Salvadorian government to release and return him. Why not? If the United States government deported him in error, why can't they get him back? I'm just asking questions.
The only reason why when somebody, you pay for something, they take your money right then, but then they have to give you a refund, but
you got to wait
3 to 10 business days.
But they saying they can't
push that same button that they took your money from and put it back. So they can't just tell them to release the doggone people. I mean, the same way you took them over there, go take them back.
So his attorneys are saying that he is not a member of or has any affiliation with MS-13 or any other gang. But I don't know if this is I think it might be here. Oh shit! It might be a scandal. Hello. What pharmacy? In reference to? Yes, he's speaking. Okay. Before I give any information to abide by HIPAA regulations and protect your Oh my gosh, I'm back, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I apologize. My husband's nurse called, and so I had to mute my phone. I had to put my husband out of the room, y'all. It's okay, right? Oh, I didn't. Please welcome to the panel. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Am I good? He's back.
I still hear some music playing.
Okay, I'm trying to turn it off. I'm not together, y'all.
Okay.
You still on the phone?
Okay, I was a regular girl. I was like, wait a minute.
I am so sorry. And now he's back. But y'all, we're gonna keep going. Talking about, what was we talking about? Oh, the guy that the Trump administration.
The guy, the MS-13 member that you was talking about, who you said has had protected citizen status.
But in my research, I also learned
I got the definition of what.
Okay, before you give me that definition, let me say this. In my research, I also learned that not only the Trump administration did that, not just the Clinton administration has deported people by accident, the Bush administration, and also the Clinton administration. Did I say that? They also deported people accidentally, but Trump did it, and everybody went. But go ahead, bro. You got it. Go ahead. What's the definition?
Big blessings on blessings. Big blessings on blessings, Queen BeeSparrow. This is my first time pulling up to your panel. I appreciate the opportunity, and I'm thankful, and it's an honor.
Thank you.
Okay, so the definition says that a protected citizen or protected class refers to individuals legally shielded from discrimination based on certain characteristics like race, religion, sex, or disability. These protections are established by federal and state laws ensuring equal opportunities and treatment.
So I wonder why
he had it.
If that's the case, why can't they get it back? I wonder if that's the case, then, because this article is saying that the United States government.
Man, I think it's an error. I think it's like an error, but it's an. I think it's an error, but at the same time, I think it's also his affiliations. You know what I'm saying? They be looking at that a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the culprit, you know what I mean? I think they try to do some guilty by association type stuff.
So the lawyers are saying that they have no proof of that. They have no.
From what I'm seeing. No proof of him being a gang member, MS-13 member, leader, or anything.
Right. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Very interesting to me.
That's interesting.
And so we also talking about Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton decides that he wants to boycott Pepsi company to restore DEI initiative. I don't understand why these people are protesting. It's reminding me, it's giving me 2 rows up ahead, choose the narrow road. Apparently, it seems to me that most people are choosing the broad road and are listening to what other people are saying about DEI initiatives and not even doing their homework. I feel like these protests are a waste of time, and I'm glad that there weren't a lot of Black people involved in this protest. A lot of people showed up, but what now? What y'all doing now? The Reverend Al Sharpton is giving Pepsi 3 weeks to meet with him or suffer a boycott to discuss reversing the company's DEI, the company's recent move to do away with this diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives program. Who's going to follow Al Sharpton? Anybody? I thought we were sitting there.
I'll need to go sit down and drink him a 2-liter like he been doing. Al need to go sit down and go continue drinking him them Pepsis like he been doing. He ain't doing nothing.
Well, I don't know about all Black Americans,
God.
but I know
Man.
that
Al,
foundational Black Americans
Red,
are
go on, sit down, Red.
foundational Black Americans are sitting these boycotts out. We're not having any parts in these boycotts. And that's another thing. Now, I do consider myself a foundational Black American. I am a descendant of American slaves. So
I also consider myself the same. I also consider myself as also. I agree with that.
Okay, so it appears to me that there are a lot of content creators that are not in this country, especially African content creators that are getting Black Americans mixed up with foundational Black Americans. And when I say Black Americans, I'm talking about other people, like some would call them tethers. I don't like doing that, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Tethers.
Okay, so I got an idea, but I'm not sure. You said you're talking about the ones that's here, that's from other places but live here. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So I think I don't like calling them that. Tethers are people that are Black people that are descendants of Africans, or not foundational Black Americans. Let me put it that way. Other people, right?
Okay.
So it just seems like
right.
Okay. Let me start over. So around 2019 was when I started realizing who we really were, and I started to separate myself from those who didn't think like me, those who didn't believe that we deserve reparations, that we deserve reparations. Our ancestors built this country.
That's right, we do. I agree with that 100%. That's what's
Our
up. BeeSparrow, I gotta give you your credit, Queen. That's what's up. I appreciate. I'm glad that you're saying that, because from what I was seeing years prior, I didn't see too many people, or as well as sisters, who understood that we need our reparations. That it should be in that order. I agree with you 100% on that. I stand with you on that, Queen. Go right ahead. I'm sorry. I just wanted to iterate on that real fast. Go right ahead.
Thank you. But let me just say this. I don't know your age range, but I'm older. My oldest daughter is 37 years old, right? Well, actually, both of my daughters are 37 right now, because my youngest daughter's birthday is today. But anyway, I just got to give it up to these youngins, man. These kids that are around that age, my children's age. I like how they stand up, how they're standing up. They are really the ones that made me confident to start calling myself a Black American. Like, there is no shame in being Black American and claiming that America is your country. Because if you think about it, who built the country? Free of charge.
Not at all.
It was our ancestors.
Ooh.
So I think that a lot of these Black Americans, like
Queen, I don't mean to be rude, Queen. I'm sorry if I got to interrupt you for 1 second. You got a bad lag, like it's bringing you in and out. Can you refresh? I don't like right now. It's taking you in and out for some reason. I know you cooking real hard this morning. That's probably why they hating.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna drop off and come back in. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do that.
Okay. I'm gonna stay right here. I ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay. Man, big blessings on blessings to everybody in the chat. Salute to the Queen, April Showers, walking that lovely dog out there. You know what I'm saying? I hope they ain't pooing in nobody's yard. You know what I'm saying? But big blessings. The Queen is cooking, though. And I agree 100% with what she said. We do have a great amount of young folks that's really putting it, standing in the front lines and really putting in that work. I definitely got to commend all y'all, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're a content creator or you just a person that just, work diligently behind the scenes. I definitely got to commend all y'all, and I appreciate y'all, and big blessings on blessings. And man, big love, man. Make sure y'all tap in with your boy Big Mouthpiece too on Come On Brother every Saturday at 9. You know what I'm saying? But the queen will be right back up, y'all. She was having a little, like, it was some lagging going on. You know, when you get on here and you get to cooking, they be trying to hate on you on the low end. So we got to make sure that the reception is clear. You know what I'm saying? Because we are definitely messengers on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all understand that we have a divine calling with this here. You know what I'm saying? We don't just be on the internet running our mouth. We really got a calling that, you know, promotes us to bring things to the perspective. You know what I'm saying? As well as, you know, take a look at some of these things that's being hidden and covered. Like that brother she was just speaking about, Latino guy, who's not being allowed back in the country for unknown reasons. It makes me think that they're screening him. You know what I'm saying? They probably be screening that guy so that way they watch his activities. You know what I'm saying? It's something that he either done or he's doing that's causing them to really hold him up. You know what I mean? Even though they shouldn't, because he has a lawyer. So if I was him, I would definitely be suing this country as soon as I get that thing straightened out. You know what I mean? Or not necessarily suing him for unnecessary reasons when he already has his legally protected citizenship.
Okay, mouthpiece.
Because that is
so check this
yes,
out.
indeed. Blessings.
Now, I'm over here. He was illegal, right? Are we talking about the guy that was something happened to him over here?
Yeah, he was an MSC. They claim he was an MS-13 gang leader, and he wasn't affiliated with them by at all. But they're trying to put him. They put him out. They kicked him out. They holding him up in a facility, and they're not allowing him to come back. But he has legally protected status, and he also has a lawyer who has proven his legally protected status, which is crazy because I just read the definition, and they're not even supposed to be messing with that man.
Is he a gangbanger or not?
That I have to look up into. I'm gonna have to look up into that.
That's what I'm saying. Because
yeah.
if they put on some type of radar, they done did something. I ain't giving these people no mercy.
Exactly.
You know, all of these people that's to come from Venezuela, the gangs, they done terrorized the people in New York. And so, you know,
yeah,
it's just a mess to me, in my opinion. Like, these might be the worst people we have over here. They're unalivers, they're grapists, they done did a whole lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then we trying to get you out of our country, but then you got all kind of rights. They got more rights than R. Kelly and P. Diddy and any man of color that's a United States citizen. They still got more rights.
Exactly.
They're getting all kind of representation than the people that live over here. You can't make this show. You can't make it mouthpiece.
Yep. Facts.
You know, like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is very crazy.
We can't even get the bad folks out of here.
Come on. Come on. Talk to him, Queen.
You're going to tell me, you know, you won't release Larry Hoover and all of
Come on.
Man, they better go somewhere and sit down. This is awful.
For real.
They don't even release Larry Hoover. Who's so
exactly
old.
And if that's something that Al Sharpton should be working on, he
that's what Al
should be taking care of that, because he know Larry Hoover. You know what I'm saying? Why you not talking about that, Al Sharpton? Yeah, why you not enforcing that?
Right. And then, like I say, why ain't you know, they talking about everything. Cory Booker, why don't you go back to say, hey, they didn't do this field order 150. You crack the shit that's up there, making black women look bad, like we slow and stupid if you listen to her talk. Matter of fact, I want to know how she got all of these billions of dollars. But we know they all crooks, allegedly.
There we go.
But if
Come on now.
sit up here,
Let's go.
everybody want to make all of these dramatic performances, but what are you doing to help people of color? What are you doing, Jasmine? Crack a shit? What are you doing? Are you saying, why you against Trump? Are you saying, okay, why ain't you addressing the police brutality? Why ain't you addressing how come money's not going to inner cities? Cory Booker, you another gatekeeper. You know, they get up there and they giving all of these Oscar-winning performances, but you still ain't doing nothing for the people. They can all go sit down somewhere. They literally make me sick now, Mouthpiece. And BeeSparrow. B said her laptop is taking forever. But y'all sitting up here, y'all making all of these performances. Where is it getting you?
I know that's right.
Can you explain that to me, Mouthpiece? Can you explain why they doing all smoking dance?
Well, my only explanation for that is it's all political moves, basically. You get what I mean? It's a hidden hand that they working for. They want to keep that under wraps because they feel like they don't, if they gets more exposure and Trump brings more of that to the forefront, they're gonna do whatever they can to close it up, go back into the shadows, to be hidden. But we living in the time now, everything is being revealed. None of that stuff will be hidden anymore.
It's being revealed. Oh my God.
Indeed.
And I was tired this weekend. We had a project that we did, and I'm just tired. I'm gonna get back to life because I ain't even did a show. But you know, all of this stuff, you got a man, and don't get this twisted. I don't care. I'm an independent. I'm a vote on issues. I don't care about whoever's in the White House because I done seen this stuff. It has, it's history repeating itself. So
all over again.
Up. What I'm seeing now is how we still got the gatekeepers, like the women on The View.
There we go.
Cory Booker, y'all talking about Trump, but what are y'all doing to help the people? I don't see no projects where this cracker shit. What young girls are you mentoring? Are y'all going to visit the schools? We got the worst curriculum there is.
That's right.
You know, I gotta mute this phone. I swear to God, don't nobody call me till I start doing the show.
They know you cooking. They know you cooking. Hey, they know you cooking, Gwen. But yeah, I want to but hold on, before you get into that, Charles, I want to read something real quick to you because I just looked up the information. I just looked up the information about the man. The man name is Abrego Garcia. It say the error the department lawyers wrote was in removing him specifically to El Salvador, despite a deportation protection order he received in 2019. Said the Justice Department lawyer said that Abrego Garcia, as an alleged member of the criminal gang MS-13, is no longer eligible for that protection. So they removed his protection. Oh,
maybe they found something out.
See, that's what I'm thinking too. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Because if that's the case, he has protected status. That means they were supposed to let him go immediately, unless they had proof that he is part of the MS-13 gang.
So
they say he is an alleged member.
So because he have legal protection, does that necessarily make him an American citizen?
Yes, it does. It's supposed to.
And
It's
and
supposed
and,
to.
and what I wonder, what are the processes of becoming that legally protected? What did he do that others that's trying to come into this country can do to get in this country like that? Because it takes most people years to become an American citizen. What
Indeed.
did it take him to do to become a protected citizen? That's interesting to me. I have to do some more research on that.
Yeah, because I'm
Because
over here right now up into it, and I'm looking at the reports, and I'm also looking at the his family members. They have been rallying for him. His, I think that says his wife, and they're talking about that the U.S. Supreme Court Chief Justice John G. Roberts Jr. has temporarily barred a lower court's order to return Maryland man Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia, an alleged MS-13 gang member involved in human trafficking, who was deported to an El Salvador mega prison to the United States by Monday at midnight. They say Roberts issued an administrative stay, immediately halting the federal judge's demand for Abrego Garcia's return. Abrego Garcia was deported on March 15, 2025, during a mass deportation operation that targeted nearly 240 alleged members of the Latin American gangs.
wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm an American citizen. Then can I be deported? Then
Bad. I don't think so.
what
But they
makes it
will
an
find
American?
confinement.
Well,
But they will find confinement for you if you were affiliated with this MS-13 gang member thing going on. Because I think that's what it is. I think them finding these findings on this man is what caused him to end up getting incarcerated or removed. But it say in 2019, Abrego Garcia was granted withholding of removal, meaning he was legally protected from being deported back home to his country of El Salvador, protecting him from potential gang violence, according to the U.S. Federal District Judge Paula Zenas Friday filing. Federal attorneys asked the Fourth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to freeze Zenas' ruling, but denied the motion. See, so they fighting. So they've been fighting for the man. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Man.
wow. So technically, the young lady that I got into the conversation with, she was right. But if she had done her research, she would see that there was some type of stipulations or
Yes, it
something
was.
attached
Yeah.
to him being
Yeah.
deported. Because no American citizen can be deported. I just can't see. I'm talking about an American citizen.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, you're right.
apparently he's not a citizen.
He's not a citizen. He can't be.
And that was my point. Even though when we had talked about this, I had not heard anything about this. I had not done my research. I didn't know, but I just know common sense tells me that an American citizen cannot be deported out of America. I'm talking about where you're going to send an American citizen. I don't know. That's
not
me.
Los Angeles.
As he said, Los Angeles.
Right, that's
I just
crazy.
like how Donald Trump put America first. I don't see anything wrong. What? I don't see anything wrong with putting America first. What's wrong
Me
with that?
neither. We should have been putting America first a long time ago. That's the problem.
A long time
And I
ago.
think that's why Donald Trump is doing what he's doing, why he's wrecking amok right now, because that's the problem.
I think so too.
How you gonna put one of the main consumers on the back burner for years and then give us crumbs. And then when we tell y'all we're gonna need some more money because everybody else getting it, why can't we? That's crazy. That is crazy.
I just don't get it. And the point I was trying to make earlier is it's just amazing to me how people are taking FBA talking points now. Even on the House floor, like people are just taking all of FBA talking points. Like it was, in my opinion, Foundation of Black Americans played a big part in this election. I think around 2018, 19, that's when I would hear people like Vicky Dillard and what's his name? Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed. Nasheed. People like him saying, stay home. Next round, next election, stay home. Don't vote. Don't vote for nobody. Just, I mean, if you are going to vote, don't vote Democratic. When I started hearing that, I was like, okay, we let's do this. And then it started catching on like a wildfire. People was saying they were not voting this year. You know, it used to be people would curse you out when you say you're not voting.
Oh yeah. You
ever experienced that?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. By family members and all. By family members and all. Right. You're not voting. You crazy? Oh, you ain't. Right. Oh man, how you gonna say this and you ain't gonna speak up and use your voice to talk and go? Yeah, I heard. I heard that a lot. Yeah, I ain't hear that either.
Right, vote for the lesser evil. I didn't hear that this election.
Right.
I didn't hear that either.
Oh, that saying used to kill me. Vote for the lesser of evils. Like really?
Why vote for either?
What type of selection is that?
Right. Why vote
Come
for
on, brother.
Come on, my brother. Come on, sister.
Come on,
so
sister.
That's when I was like, I started to see it catching on, people agreeing with Foundation of Black Americans and people, even the Hebrew awakening. I believe Foundation of Black Americans are descendants of Hebrew slaves, not American slaves.
Talk to him,
I
Queen.
believe that. Okay, I'm about to go to the Bible, y'all. Y'all know.
She cooking. Let's go. Stir it up. Let's go.
Biblically thinking, right? When it says in the Bible that the Romans were persecuting Christians, they weren't persecuting no damn Christians. They were persecuting Hebrews, dark-skinned people like me and you.
Hebrews.
They were persecuting Hebrews, not Christians. Who was calling themselves Christians back then?
That's right. It wasn't no Christians. There was no such thing.
It was the Roman people from the Roman Empire that started calling followers of Christ Christians. That's who gave y'all that name. Right. The Roman Empire Christians.
That's right. Come on. I don't think they heard you. Say it again one more time. Tell them again. I don't think they heard you.
It was the Roman Empire, people from that regime, the Roman Empire, that gave y'all the Christian name. And here y'all are walking around here calling yourselves Christians, but don't follow what Christ said.
That's right.
Make it make sense, April. Y'all don't read, y'all don't study,
They follow what he did now. They follow what he did now. They follow everything that he done. They follow that to a T. But when it comes to doing
Christ-like. Say it again, Mouthpiece.
I say they follow what he did now. They know they follow everything he done. Walked on water, made the wine and the fish and all of that. But when it comes to what he being that, to doing that, to also manifesting that grace and mercy that he possessed.
Jesus. I don't even say Jesus. And then you got people like Jamal Bryant that's telling people to fast from Walmart, fast from Target. I bet he ain't teaching his congregation to fast for the Lord. I bet he ain't fasting for the Lord in that church.
Right,
Talk
because
to
you
him.
know what we coming up on, you know, when allegedly he was supposed to rose, but you know, I know they had to pick a date. We know it's probably not the correct time, but you know, are you doing fasting?
Right.
That's down there in your church that need maybe some
Instead of
roads,
fasting
some
for
people that might need help with their rent.
right.
People, are you going out making sure the elderly are being fed? Are you letting the kids come? Are you taking them on some recreational activities? See, this the church I grew up in. That's why I really can't get mad with the church. You know, because when I grew up coming up in the church, we did stuff. And you agree and be, you know, they took you somewhere. If it wasn't nothing but to a park, they took you to maybe.
Oh yeah, we can't take that away from them. We're gonna call them the foundational black churches. We're gonna call them the FBCs because they held us down. They held us down. That's true.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Reverend Charles. Go ahead, Quinn.
And a lot of times it was, I mean, let me make sure I'm getting this right, because when I think, in my opinion, when churches start receiving the 501c3 tax break, that's when all hell started breaking loose.
Right,
that's when they
because
got
they
ill.
couldn't talk about certain things that's going on wrong.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So see,
Yeah, it was a swap. It was a swap.
Like what people were saying. Oh, B, find that Donnie McKirkland video where he talks about what happened to him.
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't even click on that. I didn't even.
But they were, you know, they were doing some positive things in the community, even though we know all other stuff went on. But you could, they was taking you now, girl, you know. And so even the one that I attend, they do stuff for.
I just don't want people like Jamal Bryant, people like Al Sharpton to speak for me.
Right.
Like, I just hated that they using FBA, a lot of FBA talking points. A lot of them are asking for reparations. Like now, Joy Reid, before she got fired, she was talking about reparations. For who?
Right.
Why are you talking about reparations, Joy Reid? You are what they call.
She's Caribbean. What, she from the Caribbeans or something?
No, she's not even Caribbean. She's African. Her parents are, one is Ghanaian and one is I want to say Cambodian, not Cambodian, but something like that. But
okay, maybe that's Roland that come from the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But notice all of these gatekeepers, they aren't really black people. That's been grew up black in the hood. The gatekeepers. Y'all got to pay attention. They already grooming somebody. Like, just think about how much we have been brainwashed, B. How much, I mean, when you think about it, that, you know, even on jobs, that's why I say I don't care about these people losing their jobs. I walked into a job and then I had to have a person apologize to me. Girl, this was like 20-something years later telling me that because I was, you know, black, working 2 jobs, taking my sons on vacation, they just didn't like me. And we got walked off of jobs. So I don't care about nothing that's happening to these people. But back to these gatekeepers. That's keeping.
Back to Al Sharpton. Oh, I can't stand Al Sharpton.
I can't stand him. But
stand Jamal Bryant. I can't stand Roland Martin. I can't stand Joy Reid.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Who else? Ricky Smiley.
Ricky Smiley. What's the dude with the hairline that's pushed back who always do the sports casting? He gotta go. He gotta go chill.
Stephen A. Smith.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sparrow, honey, you better go listen to some of Stephen Smith's.
I was getting ready to say that. April. I was getting ready to say, although
but what about
Stephen A. Smith did put a
but
little
what
devil
about
on my
what
heart.
about Shannon Sharp? Are we cool with Shannon Sharp too? Is he,
I like
is he,
Shannon
he
Sharp.
get a pass?
I have no problem.
I like him too. He cool dude. He a cool dude.
I have no
true.
problem with Shannon Sharp.
I don't got.
He's okay.
Yeah, he cool. Yeah, he be speaking up. He be holding it down. Black and Miles smoking Shannon Sharp. Salute, bro.
But you know what?
Shannon Sharp.
but I'm gonna tell you what I had to respect for Stephen Smith.
Yeah.
When the alleged King LeBron, allegedly, you know, the one that was at the Diddy parties, and you know, his name didn't come up in paperwork and lawsuits. Okay. You know that, right? LeBron James' name has come up in lawsuits being in the Diddy parties. When King James approached him, you know, he didn't even pay that Negro no attention, and I was glad. You know, that boy is grown. And he talking about stop talking about his son. From what they tell me, the boy ain't a good basketball player.
I ain't want to gossip. That's what I heard too.
I don't know nothing about sports. Now, that's something I really can't talk about. I was not the athletic type of girl. But they say the son that he was talking about, they say the son wasn't good. But, you know, they open to criticism. Anytime you go to Hollywood, you doing all of this, you think folks ain't going to talk about you, but he ain't going to get in that other man's face, but you going to get up in Stephen Smith's face. I'm going to mute my mic and wait on y'all to respond. What y'all think about that?
I didn't really follow that, but I don't know. I don't know. Stephen A. Smith, sometimes I like him. It's just somebody I love to hate. I don't know. But what about
I can't really mess with the brother due to the lack of social understandings.
Yeah.
He's very demeaning and hard on a lot of people who he don't really understand what they struggle is. So he's one of them guys that's hypocritical. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure we're going to find out more about him at the Wild Watch. It's going to be some stuff.
Okay, but
in his background is going to pull up, and we're going to find out more. Go right ahead.
Okay, Mouthpiece. Now you saying he's one of them dudes. Now see, we got to realize now, all black people, some black people, because you think when crack came in and all of this stuff, you know, our kids was fostered out. So we got some black kids, black people that was raised by other cultures. They don't even understand our culture. You got some people that was raised where they had the values, but they wasn't around us. But their parents still put that value in them. They don't even understand the concept of the hood or none of that. But they do know that they black. Their parents told them, you know, even though we living out here, something still could happen to you. You know. So we can't. I look at Stephen A. Smith and some of these people, they didn't grow up like we did.
Exactly.
Well, if they didn't grow
but we
up
all
like
same,
they did, then
right, go ahead.
they shouldn't be speaking on it.
Exactly. And not only that, we all share the same diaspora though when it comes to being black. You get what I mean? So as a black man,
wait, say that again.
We all share the same diaspora of us all being melanated beings, of us being
not all melanated people share the diaspora though, but you know that, right?
We do to a degree. I'm gonna say this. Why? This is why I say this. I say this because you have the same experiences in the sense of if you go out to the store, the first thing they're gonna do, they're gonna look at you just the same way they would look at me. You know what I mean? If you get by that elevator, that white woman in the elevator, she's gonna grab her purse just like she's gonna grab her purse if I was there. You see what I'm saying? But this is my thing though. See, that should be your leverage of understanding to say, you know what? We don't understand some of our black people struggle who have come from the projects, the hood, grew up in the gutter, grew up in the slums. We can't really fully relate to their struggle because we don't know what it's like to sleep in a house with no heat and hot electricity and shit like that. He could relate to that problem. You see what I'm saying? But on a wide spectrum, yeah, like he don't need to be speaking on certain issues. He need to leave that alone and be respectful as with Shannon Sharp. Because Shannon Sharp keep it 100. He don't go that far. He'd cut it off and let other people speak on that.
I agree. I agree with that.
Now, okay, going back to that, again, like I say, my goddaughter, her brother had kids that was adopted out. And they were raised by the other culture. They don't even see this. Like they wouldn't even see somebody at an elevator fearing them. They don't even look for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, they never ate food. But yeah.
They never ate lunch meat. They never had lunch meat. Look, they ain't never had lunch meat.
They never had lunch meat. They ain't never had no bush meat.
They ain't never had $5 worth of lunch meat.
They ain't never had no sardines.
Vienna sausages, bam, pork and beans.
Come on now. Saltine crackers, nothing.
They ain't never had no chitlins.
Nah, they not human.
So, this is...
They not like us.
Oh, they not like us. They not like us.
Check this out. Now check this out. Since we say that, well, we can look at Colin Kaepernick. He was raised by another culture.
Okay.
But
You got a point. He did take a knee for us, though. He did. Yeah. That's true.
But let me tell y'all how Colin Kaepernick learned about his culture, according to his documentary, was his white mother did not want him braiding his hair, but he insisted that he wanted to wear braids. So she ended up taking him to a black hairstylist, and that's how he learned about his culture, the food, the style, everything.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, shout out to him for taking a knee, but
yeah.
I mean,
hey, but hold up though. But wait a minute, BeeSparrow. Hold on, April Showers. You gotta give him his credit for that though. See,
I did. That's what I said.
He put his life on the line for that. He put his career on the line for that. He lost millions of dollars.
He lost his livelihood.
Yep.
Yeah, for taking the knee, and that's what I'm saying. When he took that knee, they was all talking about him. The NFL. That's why I say they all full of mess. Now they want to say we didn't get it right. But my point that I'm trying to make is, even though he did not have that black experience, he still, like you say, we got it in us. We still know we black.
There we go.
That's in our DNA. And he still wanted
I got look at us. We cooking on some Kendrick Lamar right now. Let's go.
Right? Okay. I got royalty
inside my DNA.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. Salute to K-Dot.
I just sit down.
Let's
go.
And I'm gonna mute my mic as a way against, to say Stephen Smith. And I'm gonna mute my mic and shut up. I promise.
All right. Well, listen. My thing is, I'm still pissed off at Reverend Al Sharpton. I just can't get him out of my system. He threatened the Pepsi company, right? He told Pepsi if he don't hear by them in 3 weeks, they're gonna have to suffer a boycott. I'm gonna go out and buy Pepsi. I don't even drink Pepsi. Pepsi born in the Carolinas. See, that's my thing. They taking
So-
away from people's jobs. They taking away people's livelihoods.
Yeah.
If this boycott happened, my mom and dad love Pepsi. Even though they're elderly and not supposed to be drinking it, I'm going to buy a house full of Pepsi. And not only that, my husband read an article last week that said there was a man that did what back to the Pepsi? He was injecting his blood into the Pepsi.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that story. You're right. Yeah.
So, isn't it ironic that he picked Pepsi, the Pepsi company, to
out
boycott?
of all the sodas, the drink. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Why
man.
Pepsi? Why Pepsi? Because you know people ain't drinking Pepsi anyway because of that. That's why. You so stupid. Lord have mercy. Help us all. In my opinion, these people don't have any faith in the Most High, y'all. They just don't care what God's saying, and they're not listening to Him. They want to trust in man. They want to stay on the master's plantation. When most of us are trying to get off the plantation, they trying to pull us back. We ain't going back. We're not going back to nobody's plantation. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now.
Never ever. I'm trying to tell you
Never
too.
ever.
Hey, talk to him. Talk to him.
We ain't going back. We're not our ancestors. We know better now. And when you know better, you do better. Like, we got guns too now. I'm just saying.
I ain't going back.
I ain't going
I know
back.
that's right. I ain't going back either. Hey, that's gonna have to be a t-shirt. I ain't going back either. There you go.
I ain't going back.
I ain't going back.
Wasn't that tag for the Democratic Party for Kamala Harris's campaign? We ain't going back or something like that.
But you know what? And this is what I'm saying. What's so messed up is they won't let it go. They are so mad because their plane has been destroyed to turn kids into aliens, butcher themselves, immigrants come over. You know, girl, they had an agenda that we wasn't a part of. Democrats, as Eddie Griffin said, call them the Democrats.
Democrats.
But I'm just proud of my people for we stood up. I'm telling you, this election, we stood up. Not literally, we stood up and we stood out. We sat on our couches. We voted blue. We said enough is enough. We ain't going back to no plantation. We voted red. My bad. We voted red. Thank you, husband. That's why. See what I'm saying? We voted
Salute your
red.
husband, man. Salute, brother. Salute, my brother. That's what I'm talking about.
We voted red. Most black people voted red. And do y'all know why? Let me tell you. I'm going to show y'all why most black people voted red this election. Check this out. Listen closely. It's coming, y'all. Give it a moment. Y'all know my computer.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No, because whatever benefits that black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
Why? Why is it that whatever benefits the black community benefits society? I don't understand that. Somebody explain that to me. I always get silent.
She not trying to first of all, her stance alone with what she said on that one it turned us all off on her, for real. Let's just be clear on that, because we did back her up for a minute. Because let me say something real quick. I'm gonna go through a little small paraphrase. So in the beginning, when she first came through, sisters, y'all vouched for her. Y'all was telling us, y'all brothers got to support us. This is what we talking about. It's our time. We been supposed to get our shine. We was already backing up Michelle Obama too, you know what I'm saying, for that degree, to that degree, you know what I'm saying, that light. Yeah. But then there she goes. Kamala attempted to come in through the game before though. You know what I'm saying? But when she first came in, her first impression, see, that's what people be forgetting. Her first impression was messed up off that alone. Secondary, now here she is again, coming along and talking like a sister, walking like a sister. I listen to Tupac. I use hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. Hold up. Maybe we was a little mistaken. You know what I mean? In a sorority dancing, then boom, here you have this fatal interview when she said this. This clip came out and just destroyed all of that. You see what I'm saying? Because we even gave her a small chance. We was befuddled by Obama already. We already gave that brother the slide. We already gave him officially, you know what I'm saying? Kenyan brother, we respect that. Now she said that it was just a whole, truth being revealed. That was that glitch. There we go. That was that glitch that we all expected. And she came out and said it. You know what I'm saying? Because we already knew that they felt like that. A lot of these politicians or politricians, they set out to do that. You get what I'm saying? They like to appear with the mask on for the people. They'll say that all the way to get us to follow them. Once we follow them, they got the hook, line, and sinker. There they go. They get to stabbing. You see what I'm saying? And that was her getting the stabbing already. She thought she was so comfortable and thought she sealed the victory. So when she said that, it destroyed all of that. And the reason why she said that was because she know what time it is. They know what time it is. They know they got to give up. They know they got to pay up. They know we're not going back. They know that. So in order for them to try to keep us in line, their last fatal attempt strategy to do it was her saying what she said.
And you know what I think?
She already crossed over.
You know what I think? If she had just came out and had been true to herself about who she is and told people who she was, and if she had a solid policy, a couple of solid policies, at least one for the Black community, or even if she just even talked about, acted like she was interested in reparations, same like Jasmine Crockett did. Jasmine Crockett talked about reparations one time, but then she felt like we didn't deserve a $5,000 check from Elon Musk and Donald Trump, and they said, But I just it just blows my mind how people don't. If she had came out and been herself, I think that she would have probably been the president of the United States of these here Americans.
Okay, my opinion. Kamala Harris showed us what she was about when she was governor of California. I mean, whatever she was, this DA, she locked up Black men. She had already showed us what she was about.
True.
How could this woman have even been given a chance? She showed us she don't like Black people.
It was the key that she came through with sisterhood. It was the motherly key. She played the motherly Black woman card. She played that card, Queen. I ain't gonna even lie. I think that's what did it. I think that's what did it right there.
On Black women, know, with AKA, because she went to their school, like they was gonna get some recognition. I didn't join no sororities. Okay.
Me neither.
The woman.
Man, thank God y'all didn't. Thank God y'all didn't, man.
Woman,
oh man.
Let me tell you something. The woman.
But no disrespect to the real ones, though.
What she thought about people. So much was discovered about her when she first was trying to run for president. She do not like Black people, allegedly, and this is my opinion. Now you got.
I agree with that.
Something might be going on with this daddy thing. He making left her mama, but this woman do not like Black people. Okay.
But you know what? Like I was saying, if she had came out and had been herself and didn't give a damn what nobody thought, I just think that she probably would have been elected as president of the United States. But instead, she came out with this fake and phony persona that nobody quite understood and still don't. No one know who she is, where she's from. I mean, no one. Candace Owens dug deep.
Let me
Candace
tell you
Owens.
something. When she said she listened to Tupac wasn't even born when she was.
We know this. That's what I'm saying. If she had just came on the scene,
like they were so used to lying to us, telling us anything, that they thought the shit was still gonna work.
yeah,
You washing greens in toilet and
in the bathtub.
Mouthpiece, the woman, I was never for her when she was running for president. I know my cousin them lived in California. The people in California don't even like this woman. She liked the black people of color. She gave them more stiffer sentences. And they got the nerves to say Trump is racist.
And won't look at and won't look at Joe Biden's racist. I mean, it's documented that he was a racist. You can look it up. That he was a racist. He didn't want his children going to school with black children. It's documented. But people tend to forget, oh, that was a long time ago. Oh, okay, so what? Donald Trump a racist. So what? So is your boy, Sleepy Joe. They all birds of the same feather. But nobody sees that.
No, everybody like who they like. So whatever they done goes out the window. They don't care that Joe Biden. They don't care that Hillary Clinton called.
I know, but that's how they say it, birds of the same feather.
Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, them signed up that law to put them people in jail in the 90s. They messed up 2 generations of black families.
They messed up more generations than that.
Yeah, but not.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
20 plus.
Yeah. But you sat up there, you destroyed families, you treated crack.
You're right. Good looking, man. You got it.
Thing, but when meth came out, the white man's crack, that's what they call it. But y'all sent them to hospitals. But y'all
treatment. They get treatment.
You took the kids, then the kids that they was taking, the parents was taking, put them on Ritalin. They was diagnosing with ADHD. These people was getting all kind of money. Hold on, y'all.
So,
all right.
I just don't understand how she said the black community. What was that she said? Anything that benefits the black community.
You talking about Kamala.
She said, Kamala Harris said anything that benefits the black community benefits society as a whole. Does that make sense to you? Is it just me? Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. That's the twisted part about it, because that's a backward statement. It's actually the other way around. Because you got to think about that. And the human race as an entirety, you got to look at that. You see what I'm saying? You can't speak on a specific of one race and not understand the entirety of other races. So that's just, that's asinine, man. I don't know why the fuck she would even say some shit like that too. That's just, my bad. Pardon my language, man. But I'm just saying that was just too much. That statement just, it was oblivious. It was so oblivious.
I don't need for you to translate it for me, baby. No, thank you. Translate it for me. You can ready to speak Kamala? Okay.
Let's go.
I ain't doing nothing for black people.
That's it. I ain't doing nothing for black people. Oh,
there we go.
Hey, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
You ain't getting it by now. You don't think you're gonna get it if you let me.
So,
and she don't have no understanding of economics. Her understanding of economics is completely destroyed.
And wasn't trying to learn. Everything was Donald Trump's fault. Everything was Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump did this. Donald Trump did that. Kamala is the sky blue. Well, Donald Trump Kamala, is the grass green? Well, according to Donald Trump, everything, all of her responses was Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Indeed.
She had
Indeed.
nothing. No, I don't even know why she ran for that for the president. They might as well have kept Joe. Right.
Joe was asleep. Joe couldn't stay woke. That's why they got canceled. But he didn't do nothing all 4 years they were there.
So
he had to do something.
Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come on to express how I was feeling about this protest that now it's the 8th, and I don't know what has changed. And now Al Sharpton has another protest coming up, getting ready to protest the Pepsi company because they decided to do away with their DEI program. I don't understand why black people love to argue over somebody else's stuff.
Exactly.
Black people love to argue over somebody else's stuff.
Come on, brothers and sisters.
That is wrong. Why are we always arguing over somebody else's stuff? Like, why can't we get our own?
My sister.
Come on.
Just don't mess with it.
Or just don't mess with it at all. Why can't we just get our own? Just like, this kind of reminds me of the James Bond movie where they're trying to get Idris Elba to become James Bond. Why? Why can't he just be 0012 or something? Why he got to be 007? Why can't he be 0020 or something? Why he got to be 007?
Or 0042 or something. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Jackie Robinson, man.
And black people like, yeah. Why are black people redoing what's that show? Thank You for Being the Golden Girls. Leave the white women
Golden
alone.
Girls? Oh, Lord.
Listen, a few years ago, they did YouTube. It was Vivica. Wait a minute. I don't know if it was Vivica Fox, but I know it was Angela Bassett, the girl that played in Love and Basketball. What's her name? I mean, Love and Hip.
Sanaa
Lathan. Who else? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna look it up. I did a show about it a few years ago. Me and April did a show about it. I know she probably don't remember, but I'm gonna find it. They redid the Golden Girl. I'm like,
and made it with black women. Come on, hold up. And with black women,
same roles. They had the same
character. No.
I'm gonna look that up. No. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find it right quick before I close because I gotta make an errand right quick. Let me see if I can find it. I
got a quick speech too. I want to give out to Al Sharpton too, by the way, real quick before we go too.
Okay,
Brother Al. Brother Al, please, brother, go tend to black folk business. Go tend to this reparations that we supposed to be getting, my brother. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be pulling up, hollering at Donald Trump, letting him know, hey, bro, come on, brother, or come on, other, may I say? You need to drop them. Hey, drop that bag. Drop the bag on down, you know what I'm saying? Get it popping. Hey, get it started immediately and effective immediately. On a monthly basis, all black people should be awarded what they servances from their ancestors as well as their elders. Okay? We got to, hey, y'all can't no longer avoid the elephant in the room. That's why you have a lot of brothers and sisters teed off right now. They're very teed off because of this. So, man, y'all got to come on, man. We come on, Al, man. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I'm going to talk to you like a brother because you're still a brother. You just been veered off, but you got to come on back, brother. Come on back.
I just need for them to get out of the civil rights era. Me and April did the show when they sung We Shall Overcome on the house floor. That shit was funny. They sang We Shall Overcome on the house
floor. I seen that. Yeah, I was there. I seen that. Yeah,
man,
that shit was hilarious.
That was that's funny.
Crazy.
We could not stop laughing. They need to come up. These kids, and when I say these kids, I'm talking about mid-30s, mid to late 30s. These kids don't care about no civil rights. Not that they don't care. It's just that it's outdated.
Yeah.
It's outdated. Yeah. Y'all need to step y'all game up. Shit is outdated. We need to
I agree with that. And that guy Al Green too. The crazy psychotic guy Al Green too. He was ridiculous. Please go have several seats, sir.
Please take several seats, sir. Thank
you.
Because you do not speak for us. I'm so tired. These people thinking they're speaking for Black Americans. That's why FBAs are differentiating. That's why we separating ourselves. This is biblical too. God tells us to separate ourselves from the world.
That's right. That's right.
We are separating ourselves because we want what's due. And we don't want anybody to just step up and claim that they us so that they can get what belongs to us.
And keep settling for them giving us crumbs at the bottom of the table. We're not doing that no more. The time is over with.
Okay.
Get that to your kids.
If you give it to me, it's going to benefit the whole community.
It's going to benefit the whole world. The whole world. Because let's be clear, y'all. They've been eating off our palms ever since we existed. You know what? No, I take that back. Ever since they existed. Let's just be clear. You know what I mean? So why not?
Yeah.
Y'all been eating us off us all this time. Why not give it to us? That's just like I'm gonna break down the metaphor too. That's just like you and your mom, right? Right. Your dad, so supposedly he passed away. Okay. But when he was around, he did his thing. She passed away. Your mom's still there. She took care of you since you was a young man. One day you end up becoming a great basketball player. You end up, becoming successful. Get that 40 M's. You know what I'm saying? They give you 40 million. Why wouldn't you want to help your moms? Why wouldn't you go buy your mama a mansion or put up in it? Right. Same thing with black folks. And I digress.
Okay, so I was telling y'all about the Golden Girls remake. Let me show y'all this video right quick. Fair use. Dang, blame it. Fair use. Look, y'all. This is my opinion. I just wish that we leave people's stuff alone and deal with our own stuff. Oh, wait a minute. This is the video right here. I hope it plays. Let this commercial go by. I don't want to see Idris Elba play James Bond. I don't want to see Tracy Ellis Ross, Regina King, Sanaa Latham, and Alfred. What's her name? Alfred Frida, whatever her name is. I don't want to see them play Golden Girl. Look at this. It says Tracy Ellis Ross announcing all-black Golden Girls Zoom remake.
No.
All-black. Tracy Ellis Ross will be joining the Golden Girls or a rendition. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Because it's going too fast. I can't read that fast. Or a rendition of it featuring an all-black cast, y'all.
No, Regina, not you too, Regina. No, Regina. No, Regina.
The Blackish star shared a short video of herself, Regina King, Alfre Woodard, and Sanaa Latham. This happened in 2019 or 2020 or something like that.
No.
That's so they showing you who's playing who. Anyway, I just thought that was whack, and it apparently it didn't do too well.
Don't get me wrong, the concept is dope though. I
didn't watch it.
That's something that y'all should do for like a skit, but making it a whole show, no, don't do that. No, y'all. Find the moderate lookalikes. I just think that if they do that, if they bring the show back, right? Let's just be clear. Find the moderate lookalikes. Yeah, they have to be white, of course. But you can modernize it. Yes. You can modernize the Golden Girls. You can make them have black friends. You can make one of them date a black man. You could be creative with it. Come on, y'all.
Exactly.
No.
I agree. Don't take away what they put together, because if they did it to us, we'll be mad. Let them do a white Good Times. Let them do a white Jefferson. Let them do a white 227. He'll be pissed off.
They do a white Good Time. Man, if they do a white good times, man, I'm burning my TV, man.
Or a white 227. Can you imagine a white 227? We'll be
Oh
pissed off.
God, no,
We'll be pissed
no.
off. I just disagree with this, and
Do a white what's happening. It'd be
I
called what's
just don't
going on.
think that.
You heard me? They'll make
I'm telling you.
it'd be called what's going on, not what's happening, what's going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't get with it. I can't get with it. Anyway, guys, we have been on here 1 hour and 45 minutes. I'll probably get my viewers later on. They don't come when I'm live, they watch later on, which is fine with me. I just had to come on and say what I had to say. Y'all leave Al Sharpton alone. I want to give my guests the floor before I close, give them some close, let them do their closing remarks, and then I'm gonna get up out of here. I don't know what April doing.
I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman, so you know I gotta let the queen.
Another closing remark. So we waiting on April. I don't know. April be doing so many things all at once. So, but like I said, shout out to Tariq Nasheed. Shout out to what's my man name? Jason Black, the Black Authority. What is
yeah, that's
called?
my boy. Salute.
This channel.
You
I
said
love
it right.
his
The Black Authority.
channel.
Salute to the Black Authority. Yes, indeed.
Black Authority.
Salute, Jason Black.
I think his name is Jason
Salute
Black.
Tariq Nasheed.
I love
yes, Jason
him.
Black. Yep.
I love that young man. You hear me?
Hey, that's the guy. That is the guy. I love that dude's show too. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that.
On the panel, I really appreciate it. It's nice to meet you.
Hey, I appreciate that as well. Salute. And it's also a blessing to meet you as well and your king too. Big salute to the king in the background too. He definitely holding it down. I got great respect for that man and his queen. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor to be on your platform, Queen. I definitely will be coming back. I'll be an avid watcher and I definitely will attend. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got my support. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yep. And my closing statements. So I gave the queen a little time to come up. So I'm just gonna give my closing statements then. Make sure y'all tap in with your boy Big Mouthpiece every Saturday at 9 p.m. to 9:35 on Come On Brother every Saturday night. Because I also talk about certain issues pertaining to our people, likewise as the queen BeeSparrow, you know what I'm saying? And we definitely have to stop putting ourselves last, black people. Because they ain't gonna put us first if we keep putting ourselves last. So we gotta cut all that shit out. Please, politicians, superstars, rappers, bloggers, everybody. We need everybody to jump in attendance.
Absolutely. But don't jump in just to be jumping in, because this ain't no game.
Oh yeah. Don't jump. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Put your all into it like we did once before, because it requires all of us. You know what I'm saying? An injustice to some of us is still an injustice to all of us.
That's right.
And
and I did want to talk about the Carmela Anthony incident, the young man that stabbed the
yes, speak on it. Yes.
But I really have not read anything up on it. I can only go.
Yeah, you know what? Queen. Go ahead and do your research, do your diligence. Let's double back on that, because I also want to.
What I've seen so far, they are saying that he was defending himself.
Yes, that's what I heard. Also,
I also saw a video that was in contrast to what's his name? I didn't watch the video. I saw the thumbnail. The difference between Carmelo Anthony and what's his name that unalived our young brother that went to get some Skittles and stuff.
Oh, Zimmerman.
George Zimmerman.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say his full name. I'm gonna say Zimmerman. I'm gonna just say Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Ain't giving him no respect like that. No, he don't deserve that.
Right. What's the difference in this young Anthony brother defending himself over against the guy that I heard was huge, was bigger than him, and then you have Trayvon, who was defending himself, but his person that unalived him is walking around scotch free.
Yes.
Selling is it how you say it? Selling his Trayvon Martin paraphernalia, or whatever, however you pronounce it.
You said it right.
it's just people are comparing the two, saying why is Zimmerman walking around and Carmelo Anthony behind bars? If he is, because
There
like
we
I said,
go. There we
I have
go. Wow, that's a great
yeah,
that is a great comparison.
yeah,
Could I say this real quick? You know what? Only one difference. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's only one difference between Zimmerman and the McCow brothers. It's only
right.
one difference. I'm gonna tell y'all the difference. Y'all know what the difference is?
What's that?
Y'all ready? He a man and they kids. And I digress.
Mm,
Because that
mm,
racist tactic that they try to pull on that brother, Carmelo, it doesn't make any sense. You can't bully everybody. You can't go
right.
around, removing brothers for no reasons. This
Right.
young man, I did some research on it too myself. This young
Mhm.
man was an avid visitor of that school. He had friends in both schools. He maybe was waiting on his friends to come to the tent that he was at. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that was the case. But I disagree with his reaction. Don't get me wrong. He didn't
Right.
deserve to stab the young man. He should have
Right.
shot the fair one with him. He should have threw
Right.
them hands, as we say, coming
Right.
up where we come from. He should have threw them hands. Because
Right.
even if you would have got your butt whooped, you would have been free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But however, I still stand with that young man on the demise of him, defending himself. I
Right.
do feel like those guys, they were racist. They were racist. Let's call it how we see it. It was racism. Pure racism.
And then I saw a snippet where the father went on live or whatever and started talking about Carmelo Anthony's parents. What kind of parents? What kind of young man did his parents raise? But what kind of young man did you raise that think that he can go and put his hands on somebody
Yeah.
and not get putting hands back on him?
Racist bullies. That's what they raised. Racist bullies. Because the parents used to do it. You see, that's why I'm going to elaborate. It's a clip too of their mom saying, "I'm not even going to speak on him. I'm not even going to say his name." You know why she ain't going to say his name and going to speak on him? Because they don't view him as a human being. Okay, let's be clear. Any person, if somebody unalive my kid, I'm going to say their name. I want everybody to know what their name is. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because
Right.
I want it to be clear. This such and such has done wrong. He has did a complete atrocity against my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right.
gonna speak on it. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. This is how we feel. Y'all gonna know the name. They deserve the same equal amount of justice as they would if they wasn't white. So why wouldn't you want to speak on this man's name and speak the truth? These are kids. You're adult.
Right.
You already been put yourself in their lane. You already been put yourself in their lane by showing these irremorseful feelings toward both parties. You see what I'm saying? We know you lost
Right.
your son, man. You're not grieving. You're not grieving. You're not crying. You don't really feel the loss of that because you're cold. You wish the shoe was on the other foot. That's what it was.
Right. You just mad that it was a black man that did it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Anyway, we're gonna leave it at that, and hopefully, we can talk about this some other time. Because, like I
Yes.
said, I need to
Yes.
do my research before I
No doubt.
dive into it. I hate to leave, and April has not come back to the panel
I
yet.
know. I thought April. Yeah, April. Well, I guess April got. She had to handle her business. But hey,
I
we're
just
gonna
said
tap in. I'm sure April gonna be talking about it too. So we're gonna definitely
yeah.
tap in. Make
So
sure y'all visit and subscribe,
absolutely,
y'all. Big blessings to the replay gang too. Salute.
absolutely. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. I'm just gonna kick April off. She'll be all right. And once again, thank you, Mouthpiece, for hopping on the panel. And I'm
Indeed.
gonna
Much
slide
gratitude.
through and come through and see how you get down. I slid
Oh
through
yeah.
one night because see, I go to bed early. Like I be catching
Okay.
the replay. So
Okay, no problem, no problem. Well, if you can, hey, more than welcome to pull up next episode. I'm gonna go on at 9, you know what I'm saying? Try to be on at least about 9:30. So
okay,
that way we could, you know what I'm saying? Even if you just tap in for 20 minutes, that's great. You just want to
okay,
make sure
absolutely,
because you have a very significant viewpoint that I would love to share on my show.
absolutely.
Hey, everything you said resonates with me. And I
I
respect that.
appreciate that.
And I
I
love
appreciate
my FBA family. I love y'all, man. Y'all the
absolutely,
best. Y'all the best in the world, man. We need y'all.
absolutely,
We need y'all back in again. We need y'all to put y'all foot back in their butt again, like y'all used to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the
absolutely.
problem with these young folks. They're 65, scared to take
Yeah,
a butt whooping.
we was
Where I
just
come
talking
from,
about that.
come
We
on
was
now.
just
All we
talking
need was
about that.
these. Is you a man with it or you a man without
Right.
it?
With that being said, Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Mouthpiece, for hopping on the pen. I appreciate you, brother. Have
Peace and
yourself a
blessings.
blessed day.
Thank you.
Right?
You too.
And with that being said, y'all, this is your girl, BeeSparrow, Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio. Shout out to April Showers for hopping on the panel. Y'all know how April do. She be in and out, in and out, in and out. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and end this show. Once again, for the people in the back, people in the side, it's your girl, BeeSparrow. Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio, y'all. I'll holler at y'all, girl. Okay. Well, all right.
You're listening to BeeSparrow on Buzzz Tweet Talk Radio.
BeeSparrow, 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 BeeSparrow. Yo, dog, it's BeeSparrow. Like, share, and subscribe. This week's gonna bring it live. Information, world news, current events, the source. Accurate as a fingerprint. A cool sister, a force for the people. Attacking real enemies, strategy that's lethal. There will be no sequels, so get the tickets. A cool place for you to sit back and kick it. Or be fiction. Dialogue to begin to the bottom of it. We can agree to disagree. Hate it or love it. Either way, she's sitting and talking like an arrow. Introducing ladies and gentlemen, BeeSparrow.